So it finishes Aston Villa 0, Manchester United 0. Let's just confirm how that makes things look within the table for Villa. They are fifth, level on points with Chelsea. More on Chelsea a little bit later on. It is looking like those three you feel they will pull away from the chasing pack. Meanwhile, look where Manchester United sit. Going into the international break, just 8 points from their opening 7 matches. They sit 14th. This is what Ten Hag had to say after the game. He said, "It's the 4th clean sheet this season. You can see we had very good organisation and togetherness. There was good character and good spirit as a team, determined, resilient." Keeping an eye on this one for us is Frank Leboeuf. We'll hear from Frank in a moment. Craig, is there any way of selling this that going to Villa Park, and considering the quality that Aston Villa have shown, is a good place to come away with a point?
Well, no, it wasn't one of United's worst performances. I'll give you that. It wasn't brilliant, but it wasn't one of the worst. Villa were flat from the other night. They were poor, but they got a pass. Villa's not really the story here. He broke a record today. Did you know that?
Another?
No. That's the worst ever start by Manchester United in the Premier League. Wow. So he broke a record. Do you know whose record he broke?
His own. There you go. There it is, in all its glory.
He broke his own record from last year. Now, if Ineos and all the cronies that are meeting on Tuesday in London, apparently, don't make a decision that everyone knows they should make, maybe you'll get a third chance to break that record again. Wow. Because what's the point? We're in an international weekend. One game's not going to save them. They've got to drop Villa against a Villa side that were flat and out on their feet after that wonderful night against Bayern. Johnny Evans, fantastic. I mean, if they could all at least have his will to try and win, maybe they would have at least a few more points. But to say that, another clean sheet, after losing the amount of goals they did last week, after losing the amount of goals they did in Porto, after signing all these players in the summer and leaving them on the bench, you know, some of the signings have been absolutely horrendous. Hoyland hasn't worked out, obviously. We've talked about Zirkzee. My God, he's never a Man United player. And Matthias de Ligt, he's just come in and he's looked like a shambles. There is no surviving this job for Erik ten Hag. So what is the point in kicking the can down the road for another 2 months, another 2 weeks, another till Christmas, till January? What's the point? I mean, when they meet in London, Brailsford, Barada, Wilcox and Dan Ashworth and whoever's there, what are they going to say? We have, what was it they said in the summer? Oh, we haven't got anybody else. We haven't got anybody else. We'll just stick with old Erik because maybe we'll get lucky and things will change. I mean, how stupid was that?
Yeah.
So, you know, even if they won today, the decision should not have changed. They have a big meeting and they have to make a big decision after that meeting how this club is going to go forward, because it's not going to go forward under Erik ten Hag in a positive manner. It's as simple as that.
But they won't. They'll stick with him. Listen.
Do you think so, Shaq?
Yes. Hold on. Let me just say, I thought he should have gone last season. And I've felt ever since the FA Cup final, there has been this effort to find reason to stick with Erik ten Hag. You win the FA Cup final, fine, I give you that. I still think you should have separated with Erik ten Hag then. But they use the FA Cup final as an excuse to keep him on. The excuse this time is going to be, listen, we stifled an Aston Villa that just beat Bayern Munich. And therefore, that's enough. Again, I'll say, I do not agree with it one iota.
Do you think they've embarrassed themselves into having to keep him?
Consistently, you've heard, for all of last season through the start of this one, every excuse, a manufacturing of excuses or reasons to keep Ten Hag. None of them I agree with, but there has been this effort to find reason to keep him. And this gives them reason. This result gives them reason to keep him, which is why I say, I bet after the international break, we're here talking about Erik ten Hag and maybe breaking another record.